And more than 76 million customers of JP Morgan Chase have been affected by the latest cyber attack on the banking giant. More than a month following JP Morgan bringing this hack to light, still very little is known about who perpetrated the attack. What we do know is that the hackers' computers could be traced to hacking attempts of at least 13 other financial institutions. JP Morgan said the attackers obtained names, phone numbers, and some email addresses, but did not penetrate enough to get account information or social security numbers, and that there were no evidence of any illicit movement of money across affected households. Now, the Obama administration appears to have begun receiving periodic briefings on the JP Morgan Chase attacks, along with several other financial firms this summer, as a part of a new effort to ramp up security communications between the institutions and national security agencies. So joining me to discuss these latest revelations is Derek A. Smith, Director of Cybersecurity Initiatives at the National Cybersecurity Institute at Excelsior College. Thanks for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Now, 76 million customers at JP Morgan Chase were affected by the cyber hacking. I'm actually one of them myself. Apparently just names, addresses, phone numbers, other contact information of the customers were taken. What do you think was the motive for this sort of attack?
Well, it's going to be hard to say what the motive actually is, but since it is contact information, one of the things I think they will probably try to do with it is start contacting people like you who are affected by it and use it for phishing type attempts. So if they can get information from you, to get you to give them more information on a phone call or through mail or something like that, they can use that information to go to get further information, to get financial information, to get deeper into your accounts and possibly gain money from that.
Like, could they possibly contact me, let's say, and call and say that they're from JP Morgan Chase because they know this information about me and use it that way?
Absolutely. That's one of the biggest tricks that they'll try to do. They'll call you up and they'll try to get you to give them bank account information or go on to verify some type of information. And with that, now they have the key to your kingdom. They can actually go in and access your information. So if they do call or do something like that, the bank will never ask you for that type of information. So you should say thank you very much, and you should hang up and probably call your bank. Follow with your bank.
And now some have said that the aim of this JP Morgan breach was targeting Wall Street itself, stating that the point being to hit the high net worth private clients so they can contact them directly. Has this breach changed the focus, perhaps, of the U.S. fight against cybersecurity?
I don't think it's changed the focus. I think that's been our focus for a while. I mean, we've seen these type of breaches for years now. They keep getting larger and larger. We see Target, we see Home Depot, those type of things. As you said, there's been 13 financial institutions that's been breached or probed. So I think we're always going to be vigilant, and although they are, well, one of the big things is phishing is that they want to try to contact those high-level folks, but they've been doing that for many, many years. Once again, just be vigilant, don't take those phone calls, and then keep doing what you're doing.
Do you feel that the Obama administration's heightened awareness, if you will, of this particular breach is it politically motivated? Seeing as now they seem to be a little more aware because it's attacking the banking industry.
I don't think it's politically motivated. I think that it's a big concern when our financial institutions or any institution is attacked or you start to probe in that way. There's increased heightened alertness of this only because, I think, in my opinion, only because it's happening so often and it's getting larger and larger and larger. But remember, they got contact information, which a bank or financial institution would not protect as strongly as, say, your account information.
Right.
So it's something to be concerned with, but not as concerned as if they had your social security numbers and things like that.
And now, many of these attacks are coming from outside of the U.S. Increasingly, they're coming from China, they're coming from Russia, and it seems to be very difficult for the administration to track down in the long run and prosecute who these attackers are. Why do you think it's so difficult for them to capture these cyber hackers and even pinpoint who they are?
Well, for one thing, cyber hackers, when you do something at this magnitude, you have sophisticated people who are doing these types of things. So they're going to use means and modes that are hard to track. I spent 18 years as a federal agent, and it's hard to track these folks down because they will maybe even use your computer, maybe use other people's computer. We have something that they call a zombie. They'll take your computer over and use that to perpetrate the hack. So with that being said, FBI may show up at your door and not the real person's door that's perpetrating the attack. So it's very, very difficult because of the many different techniques they have in order to hide their steps. And they're very good at hiding their steps. They've been practicing this type of thing, and they're trained to do it.
Now, what type of security? I mean, you would think an institution as big as J.P. Morgan Chase, the biggest banking institution in the United States, has the top-notch cybersecurity, but yet hackers are still able to even hack even the most basic information. What can these banking institutions change, and how can we, the consumer, be protected?
Right. Well, first, it's very, very difficult because of this. We have folks who are continuously attacking our systems, continuously learning more, and we're very, I'll say, reactive versus proactive. So companies have to start spending time to be more proactive in order to try to thwart these type of attacks. We have to stay on the cutting edge of technology. These folks spend all their time doing nothing but figuring out how to attack us. We have to spend all our time defending against it and trying to attack a lot more.
Got it. All right. That was Derek A. Smith, Director of Cybersecurity Initiatives at the National Cybersecurity Institute at Excelsior College.